Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is very good news, actually. Okay. I realize now that there's a thing I could have done to test if this was a... So, let me explain where we are and why we are. I started up after the end of last episode, it's the next day, right? Yeah, it's the next day. I recorded those on Sunday. It's the next day now, and I minimized everything. I launched OBS. I did all of the stuff I usually did, except I forgot to close certain applications that were going on in the background. They weren't doing anything, but they existed, and that I knew would be a problem. I forgot about them. So I started recording. I came to the game. It was still up from last episode where we stopped, and I was just waiting for the usual things I wait for at the start of recording it, and making sure that the game was actually the focus, and so that my controller wasn't doing anything on a background application, namely OBS. So I was twiddling the right thumbstick, making the character spin in a circle, and then my computer cut off. Which is terrifying for me because, one, I've still got probably 8 to 12 hours of animated to watch tonight. And if my computer dies, I just can't watch any of it on the large TV I use as my monitor. Anyway, I don't think there's any way. Well, I could probably run the HDMI to the laptop, but the laptop isn't great. Anyway, It is on. What's the name of that? I have the anime up on the Brave browser with a certain save session or session save add-on that lets you store your saved sessions in a cloud, and then you can use it on anything else that's running that same add-on. So I might have been fine. But still, having to pay for more new parts for the PC would have stretched the limits of my sanity. Stretched, not broken, but I digress. We are back more than 2 hours later, however. Why, you might wonder, or not, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I've been talking about the game, I've been hinting at the games I'm intending to play, or considering the next playthrough for. So I went to Steam because, I felt like I had the time. I didn't want to start launching everything that I usually have open. So I went to Steam, went to my personal calendar, and it's so bad. There are so many games that I find interesting and I want to do playthroughs on. But then there are the really big ones that look like they'll last for a long time that I also want to play. So we've got smaller, not necessarily indie things, but smaller single A, double A stuff on that calendar, and I'm not joking. I might open the calendar up on Steam and then just get No. I think a video would actually, an actual recording of it would help to communicate the dilemma that I currently find myself under. You see, as I said, there are a lot of games coming out just this month, between the 16th and, let's say, the end of the month. Just off of the top of my head, I can think of 2, 3, about 6 games that I would want to do a playthrough on, and I'm sure I'm forgetting at least 1 or 2. But those one or two might be ones I find to be interesting, but that might not work. My main issue is I can't actually play anything on my PC because it's like, no, it can't be 20 years old. It's probably between 8 and I'd say 11 years old, maybe. I haven't kept track, but it's old, and it wasn't good when I first got it. I actually still remember being disappointed by its performance in trying to run games at that time, that were released at that time. And then I looked into its specs and found out I basically had something that was maybe as powerful as a decent laptop for gaming. I was unhappy, considering how much. I didn't pay that much for it, but still. Finding out something you bought for a purpose is not fit for that purpose is upsetting. Regardless, as I've said, there are a lot of games, and I find myself, well, the purpose of me mentioning the performance of the computer is because I can't actually run anything that isn't basically this game is around the limits of the computer's capability. Also, as a quick aside, remind me to quit the game once we start a new run, because I want to see if quitting, and then if I can quit the game and then come back to it and it'll put me where I left off. I should probably track how much gold I have at inventory. What was it I saw? Okay, that's how. Yeah, it looks like our inventory, all of the stuff we've gotten up until this point, are where they were, which is good, which is very good. Whoops. Anyway, with my PC's performance not being great, despite my general excitement for all of the stuff that's coming out, I don't really have many things I can go for that don't pretty much look like this. Which is kind of annoying. Because, I mean, if I could just run stuff, I would love to not give Nvidia money. But I like playing games, and even though we only have like 61 subscribers, I still like recording games, and having just even the barest reason to play them suits me just fine. Oh, right, the dash is retardedly long in cooldown. But we've taken care of the problem. I do not like the fact that we have to rely on a potion for our healing. But, well, I'll get used to it. I just have to be better. We've gotten another stat point. I was trying to figure out who... I mean, if we're going to die to these guys, it may as well be now, right? Granted, I have no intention of dying here. All I need to do is remember to not use the dash other than to get out. Okay. My free dodge is gone. We really don't hit hard enough for this. I mean, I can obviously take them one at a time. Two at a time. Hold on. There we go. Oh, that is really bad. Okay, he's less of a problem. Uh-oh. If I get hit by 3 of those, we just die. I pressed the wrong button. I wanted to dash. Whoop. And I parried. See, the parry would be extremely valuable against these guys, but it's hard to stay in range of them and not die. With these weapons, we have a 50% chance to parry. We have a maximum of 20 stacks. I don't think that goes up with upgrades. We can actually check really quickly. No, maximum stacks remain 20. So we'd have to get extra parry somewhere else. And we're only getting the extra parry as a result of the roguelike mechanics of the game. So maybe we can get more parry through the upgrades? Or an increased bonus to... Yeah, I think you get 1 stack per upgrade. You get one stack of parry chance per stack of slice and dice. And each upgrade to that increases the amount of stacks you get by 1, up to the maximum of 3. So we end up with 110. That doesn't seem quite accurate. It's 60 and 50. Yeah, it's 100 and... yeah, it's 110. Pretty sure there were edibles over here. I mean, I could dash in and then spin, but...
On stay there!
We had 16 stacks there, which made for, what, 66 extra parry chance? Or total.
Stay there!
Okay. If I... Oh. There's the ride for my resources, but... I don't know if he leaves if I go too far away, or if he's... I just healed for 100. No. Maybe not? I could have sworn I saw a green 100. That shouldn't have hit me. Yeah. That's a lot of gold and a lot of resources. Yeah, I think it sent back half of everything we currently have, well, had at the time. Here's another buff.
Great.
Book of Enlightenment. Yes. Just yes. Ooh. Flurry of Blades. Bolas are applied to each target hit, plus an additional nearby enemy when you use Flurry of Blades. Enemies affected are slowed and take fire damage. 10 for 2 seconds every 0.5 seconds. And they're slowed by 70%. Holy crap, that's actually... Is this the dash on B, or is it any dash of any kind? Because the cooldown on our alternate attack dash is really low. But if this is the base dash, the one with represented by that green, I don't remember the name of that particular shape, but represented by the green symbol, well, not even a symbol, the green thing above the health bar, that's trash no matter how you cut it. And I don't want to find out. This is just good. Oh. Learning that I can just hold the attack button down makes things so much simpler. So what do you do? Oh my god, I have 120% XP gain.
On stay there!
Amulet of Mana, yes. Gotta avoid that until I've cleared everything else out. Okay. Beautiful.
On stay there!
Okay. I mean, that's a decent option if the enemy has low health. But the fan of daggers is, well, I mean, if I'm point blank, we'll actually get value out of it, but it's literally... The issue is this guy's really only good against, well, he's really good against single enemies and squishy enemies. But anything that can just blow him the frick up, like the, I don't know what they are, trolls or what, but... Any of those guys are just going to be a problem. Gotcha. I mean, if I use my abilities properly, maybe we do better, but... Okay. is that? No time. You have an XP buff to use.
Great.
Okay, it was just a mass of certain enemies. Got it. Stacks.
Stay there.
The scroll was extra XP. Whoa, that's so much XP. So because we have the 120% buff, that's, dang it. Yeah, that was actually a really, I wonder if that would, let's wait till the XP buff runs out. Looks like there's only a quarter of its duration, if that, remaining. Oh, and a significant number of the games that are coming out are also roguelikes or roguelites, which I find fascinating. Yeah, I think I should actually use your cast speed, and you also gain stacks by casting spells. Flurry of Blades is mostly valuable for the slow and then for the damage. But increasing the ways I get stacks for Slice and Dice could actually be really good. Cast speed is at 2%, 3%, and 5% is utterly worthless. I don't know why those values exist, but... Oh, it's per stack of Slice and Dice. Oh yeah, then that's really good, actually. Considering its stack limit is 20. Jeez. I think we'll do that. Come on. You got like 20% of the duration for the buff before it's just the... Oh, a person. Hypnotic Flute. This should stop time. Greater Ring of Resistance, 25 to all resistances. We are going to need that for the boss. That's pretty good too, but it won't be useful against the boss. And that's my only concern. When I play games that have bosses in them, my only concern in getting stronger is how what I'm getting, equipping, using, or doing will affect the boss. Building into CC doesn't really have any value outside of trash mobs. It might have value against a boss that actually walks, but the one we're about to fight doesn't, so... Feather... I trade this buff in to get an extra dash charge. And of course these only it'll only last for as long as this run. What? I'm sorry, what? Hold on. Something's going on in the background. I don't know what just happened. I don't imagine it will have shown up in the recording. But that's kind of annoying. It was I don't understand what I saw. It was the G for Google, right? It was obviously something Google related, but I don't have anything else going on in the background that I'm aware of that would do that. So I'm sorry, Scroll of Swiftness restores a dash charge when you spend 50 mana. If we get rid of the amulet, we lose 30 and we're back down to 144. Hold on. Skills. I don't use that. This is 25 and 5. Not great. Oh, hold on. Okay. Right, the buff thing over here. Now that the other buff's gone, we can go ahead and use this without concern. Skills cost no mana. Oh boy. That would, if I had gotten that one scroll though, that would have been an issue. There's gold over here. Dang it. That guy's way too tanky for a mage. I mean, we've got a lot of resources and a lot of money. And it sucks that we're going to die. So the way out is over here. I also want to test the abandoned run option as well and see how that works. If it works like you dying but without the cost of having to be revived. See, because I could just go straight to the boss and then abandon run and keep all of the money and the resources that we've gotten. And that way, we make significantly better meta progression. But there's no way that's the way it's going to work. Also, once we get deeper in here, okay. Oh, I managed to evade clinical depression. Still dying, though. This...
It's empty.
When did that happen? I must have pressed that button on accident. Oh, those also refill your health, too. That is actually really good to know. Oh, no, that's actually really bad. They could probably one-shot me at this health. Ooh, that's not good. Those are shamans. Oh.
On, stay there!
Much simpler to deal with. Ooh, frick. Okay. Oh, that's not good. There's a treasure chest right here, too. Goodness.
Fail, creep.
Okay, so that does deal damage to them as well. Oh. Fancy meeting you here. An extra 40 armor. I think I might actually get that. Every 4 seconds, you spit a blob of acid at a random nearby enemy, dealing 40 poison damage in a small area. I don't like that it's random. I would rather not die. Better. mage would have been an issue. Okay. The only issue now is we're missing the good stuff, so let's load up. I don't know how... Oh, goodness.
On Steiner!
I have no idea what he says there. But yeah, I agree. We're not touching that until we kill the rest of these things. Oh, yeah, that's good. That's real good. I died. I didn't see them there. I thought we had avoided aggroing them. Holy crap, we made money. Of course, we lost $1,400 for the revive donation cost 40%. Brutal. But I'm doing it. Now we have 2 potion charges and no one can stop us. You know, unless you're the... I'm just going to call them Goblin Warriors. I can't be bothered to try and puzzle out what they are. Why is there a bunch of mage crap in here? Don't get me wrong. Hey, didn't I say that we would change to the mage? I mean, there's not a real reason not to, right? Right? Right. We have to do those tests. Thank you for reminding me. We have to test how abandon run works and how quitting the game during a run works. So you're right, that's very important. Venomous Frost Tome, that goes in the box. Deposit. I wonder if the poison dirt would actually be better against the Goblin Warriors. Oh, I have a bow. Right. The bow was supposed to be the solution for the Goblin Warriors. And I'm actually upset about that. Let's see. All of this stays relatively unimpressive. Comparison 42, that's not worth investing in. Not 420 gold. I absolutely hate. Hold on. I hate that we have no upgrades for this guy's weapon speed. Doesn't really matter to me. Instead, I'll take permanent base armor and weapon power. We also need more money and resources to build something. I don't remember what. Yeah, do it. Remember the part where I said my computer isn't very... Maybe that's a thing in the game itself, but I don't believe that for a second. Yeah. Not sure. You have all of this thanks to me. You can leave. Now. Not sure I can trust you. Yuck. The frick out of here. Oh, because he's a rogue. You realize, though, that that guy's a rogue, too, and then that doesn't make sense anymore. Powerful battle hatchet grants spell power, which is fine. I mean, it grants force strength, which would allow me to equip certain other things. And it also just increases those relevant stats as well. I've got better boots than you. Crushing fire staff. Why is it crushing? Flame spray and fire blast. Slam the staff in the ground to unleash a fiery blast, dealing 100% weapon damage in an area. See, I get why this is deadly, because it has the extra crit damage, or the spell crit damage. Is this crushing because it has physical damage on it? That's disgusting. Ooh, that gives mana. I actually wouldn't mind having a little extra of the blue stuff. I also don't want to hang around in town for too long. Those shops have nothing that interests me, and we've got the meta progression up there in the top left, but for now, I want to do this other thing. So, first, let's go get some resources from this run, and then we'll abandon and see how things work from there. I have to remember I no longer have the fiery bolas on that, so sadness will abound. Hold on. This looks interesting. What have you? Maggot gland. Every 4 seconds you spit a blob of acid. Okay. Pristine focus. Spell crit. Greater ring of rejuvenation. That's pretty good. Maggot gland.
Great.
Oh, I was pressing the wrong button. That explains that. Book of spells. That doesn't really help us. At least I don't think so. I do enjoy the fact that you can, technically farm equipment for other classes as a completely different class, but it also sort of results in the annoyance of you just not getting anything for the one you're playing. There we go. And yes, I'm aware I'm supposed to be testing, and I'm playing this like it's a real run. Okay. Let's see what we have. 517 gold, 3 wood. So what happens now to the stuff we got? So it's still treated as us dying. I'm sure I appreciate that. Okay. Next one. I'm pretty sure they take the revive cost out of the gold you earned on your run. But what happens if you didn't have any at the time? Okay, so I can't be extorted for 40% of my resources gained on the run if I don't gain... What? What are you doing in here? Lets you pick between two blessings for your run and decreases the... That's what I was hoping. I was hoping there would be a way to reduce the revive cost. That's really good, actually. Buy and sell wood. I need a lot of stone. Start runs with a drink along with the food. I'm finding myself wanting to play this game more. He's bald, so it's fine. Right. Oh, right. The run. One more thing we need to test is quitting a run, or quitting the game in the middle of a run. Oh, God, I hope this works the way I want it to. If it does, that'll change the entire nature of how I can go forward with recording. So, you will be able to resume the run in the future. I don't even have to actually do it. I now know that it works that way. Oh, that is so good. I am so glad that they did that, and I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't that way at first. This game, I assume this game was in early access. I honestly don't know. Yeah, I kicked your book. So what? Okay, so did this change? Nimble, simple, venomous frost, powerful leather, bonus crit chance. I do like my crit chance. Compare. I don't have bracers as it is. Mighty gauntlets. That is. I wish these were mighty. That way we'd have crit chance and, physical damage, not spell damage. Since we don't actually have magic on this guy. And honestly, I want to run with this guy again rather than switching off to the mage immediately. Even though switching to the mage would be a much better idea because the mage, for some weird reason, has way more gear than... Frankly, no, the paladin definitely has more gear, but we've got a lot of mage gear, let's just say. So there's that. That's that. Before we end the video, I will do the meta progression stuff up there, but right now, I want to test if I can forcibly reset the inventory at that shop down there. Because I really want to get this guy some better daggers. It'll be nice to have some that don't suck. I should probably switch to the paladin who has a higher level. that way I'd actually be able to get higher level stuff, which is just plain useful. Yeah, so we can just start a run, immediately quit, and reset their inventory. Granted, it is not being kind to us. Ooh, venomous dual daggers. I do like a poison. And it should apply on any weapon-based skill. So the flurry slash, the dash, and of course the basic attacks. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Let's go ahead and equip. That's not it. No, I'm to sell the lesser stuff. Not really worth it. Yeah, I tried to kill their horses. Okay. That's... Then again, it would pierce 2 enemies. Prefer this one. 3 strikes dealing 30 damage each. I really do want the stacks to last longer. Save the rest under the assumption that they'll transfer to the next character, perhaps? I'll have to actually switch to see. No reason we shouldn't do that right now. Oh, that was actually instantaneous. Yeah. Yeah, so you can earn levels on another character and then dump that into someone else. Wait, but doesn't that... Switch character. Yeah, you can also delete characters. So you can literally... I mean, if you're willing to try and game the system, you could just create a character. No, most of the stat points and stuff, skill points that we got, were the result of achievements being unlocked, and not through levels necessarily. I mean, yeah, that played a part, but still. So. I still kind of want to rock out with the Paladin. I do like this guy, and his mobility is pretty sick. Well, me dying to the Goblin Warriors was my own fault, so I can't really blame this guy for being... We also had an extra 40 armor. So yeah, me dying was entirely, once again, my own fault. I hate being responsible. Anyway. Where should we dump these? Obviously, we'll do 3 here. I might actually want strength so we can equip heavy armor. But then that's something we're just going to have to keep dumping. Well, it's not like we don't get armor and armor penetration out of it. Spell power is on dexterity rather than on intelligence. Or is that just for this guy? I'm pretty sure the paladin had another stat on strength. I can literally just swap to the guy and find out. Yeah, spell power. Interesting. Very interesting. I can turn the hunter into a de facto rogue as well. And then I'd have what I'm assuming would be traps as well. Which would make for DPSing certain enemies easier. Then again, we have the bow, which is for those certain enemies. Okay. Anyway, we have 5 more points to spend, and I think I actually want to dump them here. Well, 3 of them, anyway. Dash charge. Health pickups heal 50% more. We don't have enough money for that. I want to keep what I've got. Okay. So, we've come away from this episode a little smarter. We know how certain things work now, what we can and can't do, the way we can and cannot do them. And now I'm aware that the long runs of this game can be broken up safely without having to worry about your progress or losing your resources up to that point. That's all very good, and I'm a big fan of quality of life. Just speaking for myself personally, I don't know about you guys, maybe you like being abused. I mean, I do enjoy good Souls-like, well, I haven't actually played Dark Souls, or any of them, of any shape. Frankly, the only thing I've actually played is like 5 minutes of the beginning of Elden Ring, because my computer can't play it and GeForce Now won't. Well, I guess they can't convince From Software to let them host it, which is a shame for me. I was so looking forward to being able to play it, and I can't because my computer's the dewiest of dew. With 2 O's, by the way. Nevertheless, I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything you've seen. We will be back tomorrow with another episode. I should apologize. Monday's episode, or the lack thereof, is because the first episode I recorded of this game didn't have video. I'm pretty sure it wouldn't have had game audio either. It's just me on the mic, which is not particularly useful for what I'm trying to do here. So you lost out on all of my first impressions of the game. But I'll give you a hint. I liked it. Anyway, the point is, as things stand, I haven't gotten around to actually editing that video yet, so we probably may or may not have something on Monday. And however that turns out, I apologize. Things don't always go the way I would prefer, though I could probably do more to get them to bend to my will a little more often. Regardless, I just wanted to make sure you guys knew that that was the reason Monday's video either was late going up or didn't go up at all. And so, with all that said, we will see you next time.